This program describes, then compares and contrasts, two Igbo masquerades from the Agwa village group near Owerri in southwestern Igbo country. The first masquerade is Ekeleke, a short, dry season festival. It is entirely peaceful and entertaining, a display of fine stilt dancing in a large arena. It honors water spirits called Owu. The identities of the bird-like stilt dancers are known to many onlookers, although their faces are covered. It is notable that the costumes are of expensive imported materials. The dancers perform 12 times, morning and late afternoon, on 6 days. 6 different types of music are played at each performance and stimulate 6 dancing styles. The unison dances stress close cooperation and identical movements. They are well rehearsed and finely choreographed. Each dancer is supported by 2 attendants. Entitled women who are initiated into the masquerade clear the ground so the dancers will not trip or fall. During the last 3 or 4 Ekeleke performances, a simple playlet interrupts the dancing. 3 main characters are involved: a mock-serious diviner who is both a crowd controller and a buffoon. It is his job to lure a second character, a not very ferocious leopard, from the bush nearby, then subdue him with medicines so he can be shot by the lead stilt dancer. The message of this simple play is that good will overcome evil. Members of the audience taunt the rather comic diviner, and he responds by whipping them back, and sometimes by making sexual advances to women. Here is the leopard. Like the diviner, he can hardly be taken very seriously as a threat to the village. The fact that he will eventually be subdued by the lead dancer does not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm for this little drama. This is the lead dancer seeking him out to shoot him with a toy gun. But Leopard is still at large and now escapes to the bush to return again later on. While the dancing continues, Diviner pushes back the crowd and again taunts women. Individual dancers display their virtuosity and speed in response to an electrified, hand-clapping crowd. A four-man orchestra keeps the action moving. And a horn player trumpets praises to the dancer's skill. The four stilt dancers, in their solos, compete for the crowd's attention and adulation. The action continues while Diviner sits on the sidelines with his medicines and playfully beats a small drum. Egret, a fastidious, preening lady, comes out as an extra diversion in the final two performances. She has no role in the playlet, yet adds color and texture to the whole event. On the final afternoon, Diviner throws conjuring medicine into the air to lure the leopard back into the arena. Tension mounts. The crowd knows Leopard soon will be cornered and shot, and Leopard himself seems nervous and scared. The crowds are pressing in to see the final action. Once he is subdued, the Ekeleke festival is finished, although the dancing and the drama will be renewed again during the next dry season. The play is over. Most people resume their normal lives, while members of Ekeleke convene for a festive meal of leopard meat. Okoroshi is a contrasting, more serious masquerade, performed for a full 6 weeks during the height of the rainy season. Everyday life goes on as usual, unless or until it is interrupted by the dozens of threatening maskers who roam the village. One is there now, in the distance. Okoroshi masks and costumes are prepared in an enclosure on the edge of the village. The wearer of this mask spits chewed kola nut on it as an empowering sacrifice. The mask is embellished and ritually prepared. The dancer puts it on. This is one of the dark, bad masks, Okoroshi, which appear in great numbers for several weeks and represent a host of characters and ideas. Helpers prepare fresh palm fronds circlets as a collar for each of these maskers. The palm leaves are sacred and they signify danger. This spirit character, called Darkness, has a larger garland of palm than younger maskers will wear. He is nearly ready to go out into the village. But before doing so, the carver, acting as a priest, asks a short prayer for the safety of the spirit masker and peace in the community. Okoroshi, as spirits, emit no human sounds. The younger Okoroshi are chasers and threateners. They seldom do any real harm, but they are a constant and disruptive presence, plying the paths and roads of the village as if looking for trouble. And sometimes causing some trouble. He has stopped this policeman to ask for money. Having extracted a coin or two, he lets the policeman go safely. A group of women carrying foodstuffs to the local market must be protected from the masker by older men who are members of the Okoroshi cult, as all men are. The elders between the women and the masquerader. Individual maskers, and sometimes groups of them, may be encountered at any time, day or night, for the full 6-week period. They chase women and uninitiated boys especially, but sometimes will go after anybody. Hundreds of these spirits are abroad every season, and each is named: jealousy, sweat, headbreaker, rat, seed, noisy, porcupine, death has no friend, which is a proverb, slow poison, basket, sugar cane, witch, persistence. 3 or 4 days of the season are given over to the contrasting, attractive, white-faced spirits, who are considered feminine. Their voices are bells, and they dance prettily to entertain. The dark maskers really don't need much dancing skill, but these young men are chosen for their virtuosity and agility, their ability to execute complex dance steps and employ many symbolic gestures. Songs sung to and about these spirits are lyrical and sentimental, about friendship and love and getting rich. These dances are entirely benign. No one is threatened or chased. Maskers wear as many as 30 or 40 brass bells around their waists, and apart from this sound, they do not speak. Only 4 or 5 Okoroshi, the pretty light-faced water spirits, come out each season. All Okoroshi maskers, light and dark, are water spirits who have come down from the clouds to visit mankind. They come to bless the yam crop, which is harvested and first eaten the day after the spirits have returned to their homes in the clouds. So Okoroshi marks the calendar and accompanies the heavy rains. It may not rain, however, on the few days the pretty feminine spirits dance. Some pretty masks appear in family compounds, as here, but the very best dancers go to large cleared arenas where substantial crowds gather and where there is a better opportunity for good financial rewards. The final days of the Okoroshi season are given over to the heavy, powerful, dark spirits who are now preparing to go out into the village with their supporters. Tension builds up at this time. The songs are loud and threatening, and the spirits wear large bundles of palm leaves and smelly raffia. This spirit is Oka, or artist, one of the most powerful. Strong medicines are burned in the preparation area, both to strengthen the legs of dancers and to weaken any enemies they may encounter. Cannons are loaded. Their blasts announce these strong older spirits. Now they are out. You will see no women at all, for they have run inside their houses. It is a time for men only, many of them joining ranks to follow and support the spirits. Ritual staffs and gongs contribute to the power and mystique. The songs are about war and conquest and military power. The spirit called artist does not harm, but his attendant, called echo, do-do-do, chases people and often whips them, sometimes even his own supporters. There are 7 or 8 of these most powerful dark spirits in every village, and their names betray their heavy roles: bush cow, killer, stubborn, elephant. Artist and echo are now in the main town market with hundreds of supporters. A rumor was heard that a strong competitor spirit from another village was coming. The threatened confrontation was averted, but tensions still run high. This dancing and singing continues for about 2 hours. And then the spirits retire for the season to their shrines. The masked spirits are prepared for their long dormant period, and this one is covered to keep away evil forces. Let us now step back to compare and contrast these 2 Igbo masquerades, both of which are performed in the same community. In the first place, both are cults that involve sacrifice, and both honor water spirits. The leaders of both also acknowledge that these dances and masks were introduced from outside the area, probably outside of Igbo land. Members of both masquerades are initiated, and both are organized hierarchically, elders being leaders. Ekeleke, however, largely restricts membership to Arochukwu people from only one of the 9 villages in the community, and there are also some mature women as members. All males in the entire community join Okoroshi, on the other hand, and there are no females whatever. The differences between the masquerades are actually more pronounced than the similarities. Okoroshi, while certainly entertaining, involves a lot of ritual activity. 20 or 30 years ago, it had a strong regulatory function, such as punishing wrongdoers and levying fines. Powerful dark Okoroshi Ojo use medicines and charms. Ekeleke elders perform some minor rituals, but this dance is primarily entertainment. It plays in a large prepared dance ground, as do some of the white Okoroshi. Women and children are present for these dances, as they are for all of Ekeleke, but women and kids flee from the dark Okoroshi for fear of being chased and whipped. These Okoroshi roam into all parts of the community, into compounds and markets and along the roads, and at all times of day, and even at night or in the rain. White Okoroshi, like Ekeleke, prefer clear weather and daylight and large audiences. We might even say that of the 2 masquerades, Ekeleke is the beauty and Okoroshi the beast. In considering masks or headdresses, Ekeleke has a very limited range of types. Stilt dancers all wear similar white-faced headdresses, while diviner, leopard, and egret wear masks consistent with their characters. Okoroshi, in contrast, wear literally hundreds of varied masks in all shapes, colors, and sizes. They portray a vast range of characters from all categories of human experience and nature. The white Okoroshi have benign names and are all females, while dark ones, all considered male, run the gamut from harmless things like basket and sugar cane to fierce and dangerous animals and natural powers. Okoroshi dances are also quite varied. They tend to be individual and episodic, and the strong dark masks have hordes of armed followers who pound through the town singing threatening dirges. Ekeleke dancing is divided between beautifully choreographed sets of unison performances and individuals showing off their speed, skill, and virtuosity. Ekeleke music is provided by a stationary orchestra that plays 6 fixed sets at each performance. Ekeleke, of course, stresses both music and dance, while Okoroshi has far less musical emphasis. There is some singing and chanting and clapping, but no orchestra. The Okoroshi season is a long one, during the rainy season. Its end marks the eating of newly harvested yam in a festival which combines our Thanksgiving and New Year's. Ekeleke is itself a festival lasting several days, and it is performed only in the dry season. Ekeleke is a playful diversion with lovely dancing and an amusing, simple drama, with the moral that good will overcome evil. For the pretty, bird-like stilt dancer conquers evil, symbolized by the leopard. Okoroshi has many more messages and functions, both overt and latent. It is a major socializing institution for males, and by excluding and harassing women, it emphasizes the separation of the sexes. With its great range of characters, Okoroshi seems to be a commentary on life and an illusion of it. The simple division of white female masks and dark male ones, Beauty and the Beast, actually breaks down on close examination because of the enormous range of dark characters, from the neutral to the troublesome and on to the truly terrifying. As a whole, Okoroshi shows us blacks, whites, and more important, a range of grays. Like life, this is a varied continuum from good to bad, and is therefore not as easy or simple as the opposition of beauty and the beast.